Hello everyone, it's the first day of NaNoWriMo, it's November 1st, it's 10:15 in the evening and Marcus, Teresa and I have spent about 10 hours today in a car. I did manage to do a 1-minute sprint once we got to our destination, however, and I got 55 words, so I have started. I am behind, I'm not going to worry about that now. I've got my first words in. Let's see how it keeps going. It is November 2nd, it's 11:26 in the evening and I have written 994 words today. Feeling pretty good about it. Most of it was mostly transferring what I had in draft 1 into draft 2 with a little bit of rewrites. But I'm surprising myself by how much I like this part of the story, because when I reread it back in August I felt like everything was awful and now I'm like, this isn't half bad. Or I'm just too lazy to fix it now, or too blind to the mistakes. So we'll see at the end of this draft how I feel about this section then. It is November 3rd, it's a couple minutes past 10 in the evening. Everyone else is asleep, I think, so I'm filming this in the bathroom. I have written 2,260 words today and I'm very happy with that. I would like to keep going, but it's getting late and we have kind of early plans tomorrow, but I'm almost on par with where I should have been yesterday. So I'm very happy with that. It is day 4 of NaNoWriMo. It is 9:35 in the evening and I've actually written a fair bit today. We rode in a cafe this morning because we went out for brunch, which was very nice, and so we had one sprint there, and then we've also now had our Thursday stream, and there's a very loud cat now being held by Teresa. We've now also finished our Thursday stream and my total for the day is 2,674 words, so I feel really good about that. It's my highest word count so far this month and I'm almost on par for where I needed to be today. I am about 700 words behind where I should be and doing pretty well. Tomorrow Mark and I start our trek back home and we're gonna come home the day after on Saturday. So I'm hoping to get some words in once we've landed for the night tomorrow, but I'll let you know how that goes. Hello, day 5 of NaNoWriMo has come to an end. It is a little bit after 10 in the evening now and we're on our way home, but we have stopped at a hotel for one night because we didn't want to drive for like 10 hours today with only one driver. But I did 3 sprints now since we got here and I wrote 2,844 words total. So for the first time this month, I am on par and even slightly ahead for NaNoWriMo. It feels really good, but now I need to go to sleep. Marcus is already asleep, which is why I'm filming in the bathroom. It is November 6th, it is just past 9 in the evening and we've just done our first and only sprint for today and I wrote 351 words, so I am now behind again, but I feel really good about what I've been writing. I was just too tired to continue, although now that I've written, of course I have energy, because that happens. Of course it does. But I'm gonna head off to bed and hopefully have a quite intense writing day tomorrow. I'm hoping to get a lot done tomorrow, but I do also have some other things I'm gonna need to prepare. I'm gonna start commuting again for work on a Monday, so I need to make sure that I have, you know, lunch boxes and clothes ready and all that, so that I'm ready to go early Monday morning. But that's a problem for like tomorrow afternoonish, or at some point tomorrow at least. For now I'm gonna go to bed, but I'm hopefully gonna write a lot tomorrow. See you then. Hello again, it is the 7th, it is 20 minutes past 9 in the evening. I wanted to be in bed 20 minutes ago and here we are, but I wanted to give you an update before I do tuck myself in. And I have written 3,313 words today over 3 sprints. So I am back to being on par and even slightly ahead. I think if I've calculated correctly, I need to write about 900 words tomorrow, roughly there, to be on par, which feels really nice. I start commuting tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes and how that feels and how tired I am when I come home. But yeah, on par, feeling good. It's the 8th of November, it's 8:45 in the evening, and I've just done a 20-minute sprint to give me some words for the day, and I needed 845 to be on par for the day, and I got 1,046. So 200 more words than I needed. So I'm still on par, but not by much, and it's fine. I am not gonna write more today and I'm happy to be on par, but my graph has rarely looked this parallel to the graph that you should follow to hit the 50K at the end of the month. But I'm feeling good about what I'm writing. I'm doing some new writing now. I've mostly been rewriting what I already have, but now I'm writing a new scene that I don't think I need. So maybe it's just a waste of words, but we're trying, we're gonna see, and I think there will be a good moral to it, sort of, but we'll see. Hoping to continue tomorrow, hoping to get started earlier tomorrow because I was home really late today, but we shall see tomorrow. Hello again. It is November 9th at 9:35 in the evening, and I've just completed a 5-minute sprint that got me 257 words, and that is all I will write today. I had a very stressful morning where 2 trains were suddenly just disappeared from the timetable, which was stressful, and I had to run for the train station. And then when I got home from work, I had a phone call with a friend who I actually met through Nano 7 years ago, which was really nice to catch up. We haven't talked in like 2.5 months, so it was really nice to catch up. But that did take a chunk out of my evening, and then I had like dishes and stuff to do, so I didn't feel ready to write until quite late, but it's fine. I am now behind. I don't have my stats up right now, but I'm ending the day behind. It's fine. I feel surprisingly calm about the whole ordeal this year, so fingers crossed that lasts. But yeah, see you tomorrow. It's November 10th. It is past my bedtime. I should already be in bed, but I did just squeeze in a 5-minute sprint and I wrote 295 words, which I'm quite happy with, both the word count and what I've written. And I figured out a way to make a bad situation way worse, so go me. I'm hoping to get a lot more done tomorrow. I don't commute, so I have a little bit more time in that regard. And then we also have our Thursday stream, so hoping to get a lot of words done. I am now behind. I haven't checked how much. I'm not going to do the math right now, although I do assume, since it's the 10th, that the word count goal for the day is 16,667. And I am not at that. But I'm happy with what I'm writing. I am working on that scene that is new to me, that I haven't written before and hadn't thought of before, and like I said, making it worse than it was supposed to be, so great fun. And yeah, and since I started this a little bit before Nano, the number in my document does not correlate to the number I put on the Nano site, but in 558 words I have written 20,000 words of the new draft, which is amazing, but also 20,000 words out of the original 80, but also I keep changing things, and somehow this part is longer than the corresponding part in draft 1. 20,000 words into 80k, but it's getting longer, and Lyd hasn't actually... She's started on the quest, she's left home, but she hasn't even made it to her first trial yet, so I don't know how this is gonna go, but I will solve that tomorrow and onwards, I guess, because now I'm going to bed. Good evening, everyone. It's the 11th of November at 8:45 in the evening. We have just ended our stream a little early because we're both exhausted, and I did not get a lot of writing done. We did a 30-minute sprint and a 25-minute sprint. I wrote for like 8.5 minutes of the second sprint and got 359 words, and that's it. That's what I'm adding to my word count for today, which is fine. I am tired. It's understandable. I'm gonna go to bed. I am still liking what I'm writing. I'm writing a really awful scene that I'm not gonna go into detail about in this video, but I'm probably gonna talk about it in my upcoming, but probably for you in the past, duo rule update video. That should be up when this goes up. So if you want to know more about that, you can always check that out. But I'm enjoying what I'm writing. I just wish I had the energy to write more, but tonight I don't, and that's okay. And I'm feeling so strangely calm about this experience with this Nano, because usually I'm panicky and stressed and, you know, shooting to be done early and aiming to be overachieving and all those things. And I'm like, no, tomorrow I'm gonna be like 6,500 words behind. That's fine. And it's a really weird feeling. Hello everyone. It is the 13th of November, and I completely forgot to update you yesterday, and I realized that when I was already in bed and I didn't want to get up again. But yesterday we did a 3-minute sprint, right? Yeah. But yesterday we did a 3-minute sprint and I got 164 words, and I have just now finished a 1-minute sprint that got me 65 words. So I am still pretty behind. I'm looking at my phone right now. I have done the thing of writing every day, which is good. but I was supposed to be at almost 22,000 words today, and I'm at almost 15. So I'm 7,000 words behind, which is perfectly fine, but I'm starting to feel a little bit stressed about getting down on time. But half the month and some change is left, and I'll probably definitely have more time coming up. Hello, hello. It is the 14th of November at just 1 minute past 9 in the evening, and I'm off to bed. But I did just do 2 sprints, one 10 minutes and one 15-minute sprint, and I wrote 1,159 words total. I'm almost at 16,000 words, and the goal for tomorrow is the halfway point, so the goal is 25,000 words. I don't really have plans in the evening. I'm sure there is some adulting I have to do, but I don't expect to get 9,000 done tomorrow. That's a challenge, but I would like to be caught up at the end of the week, on Sunday next week, and that would mean writing between 2,500 and 3,000 words every day between tomorrow and Sunday. And we are not home a lot next weekend, and it's fine, it's great. I might be able to take a little bit of time off work this week, just a few hours. We have something called Flex, that if I arrive early one day, I can leave early another day. And yeah, considering if I can do that for like Thursday and see if I can turn that into a writing afternoon leading into a writing stream, but we shall see. Not stressed still, but it's a bit of an uphill climb now, which is not weird because I'm entering into the week 2 word count amounts. Usually week 2 is rough for a lot of people, myself included, and yeah, even though we're leaving week 2, word count wise, I am in that. So we shall see how it goes. But I'm gonna head off to bed now. I also just want to mention real quick that I was gonna rebel this year, which I am because I'm working on something I've written the first draft of before, so I'm not starting a new project. But I was also gonna rebel in writing 3 different projects. The dual rule project, which I'm working on, the safe house, which is a really cool idea that I mentioned in this video. I'll put it up there so you can watch that video if you haven't. And also my heist story that I have a brief, super vague idea for. And so far, 15, almost 16,000 words in, halfway into the month, I've only worked on the dual role project, and I think that's going to continue because I am enjoying the project. I have written some new stuff now that I haven't written before, and I'm really enjoying it. Plus, that has a deadline for early mid-December that I need to hit. The safe house story and the heist one, no deadlines. So most likely I'm going to keep working on the dual role project for the rest of the month. We shall see if that changes. I also realized the other day that I am, what am I at now? This update is way longer than it was supposed to be, but let's check here. My total word count for all of the NaNoWriMo events that I've done, apart from possibly one, because I think one has gone missing from my page, but either way, it says that my total words written throughout all of the NaNoWriMo events that I've done is currently 944,967 words, which means I am 55-ish thousand words away from having written 1 million words during NaNoWriMo, and that's exciting, and I would like to get there, although that is writing 55,000 words, which is more than I have to write to hit the 50k, but also it's not more than the first draft I have and what I have remaining of the rewrite of that, probably. So that's interesting, and I would like to get there. And I noticed this the other day because some old friends and I were talking about it, and a friend of mine just passed the 1 million words, and I was like, oh, I'm not that far from, but, and then I started thinking that I want these words to just be for my November projects, and otherwise it doesn't count, and yada yada yada. And I quickly shut that thought process down because these are words I've written during nano events. Sure, sometimes I set the goal myself, but I still wrote every damn word. And I need to stop putting those sort of limitations and those sort of extra challenges on myself. I like challenges, but if the thing is, have you written 1 million words? Yes or no? I can't go, yes, but? No, it's a yes or no question. Have you written 1 million words for NaNoWriMo? Yes, I have. That's it. I don't have to go, yes, but some of them weren't actually for November, because my friends' words also weren't all in November. Not that I need to compare myself to them, but, you know, I deserve to celebrate at 1,000,000 words regardless of what nano event I wrote them during. This is just me working on myself and therapy. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed now, it's way too late, but thank you so much for watching, I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, it's November 15th. I have had quite a day where I actually woke up really early and wrote like 1,000 words before work, and then the trains were cancelled and everything was chaos and I got to sit at my office close to home, but it was all a big mess. So I started work at 6:30 instead of 8:15 when I was supposed to get to work. But that also meant that I got to leave work 2 hours early since I got to work 2 hours early, so that was very nice. But I also had a pretty bad headache and my shoulders are awful from this past weekend. We went swimming yesterday, not sure that helped. Either way, came home, had a nap, had some food, and then Marcus and I decided to stream. And we streamed for 4.5 hours, where I wanted to get to being on par, and par was 25,000 words, 25,005 words according to the nanograph. And then we did our last sprint, which was an hour long, and I was, I think, 30 something words away. No, I was 105 words, I think, away from the goal of the day. And then we did a bit longer of a sprint, and then when we ended that one, I was 39 words away from 10,000 words. So we did another sprint, and it is now almost 8:45 in the evening, so it's not terribly late, but I am exhausted from this day. But I have written 10,285 words for the day, which is my wordiest day for all of Nano so far this year. I don't want another day this big, so I'm hoping to stay on par for the rest of the month, or get ahead on my own terms and not because I'm way behind. But my total is now 26,121 words for Nano, and it feels really good. But I did not intend to do a 10k day today. To be on par, I had to write about 9,000 words, so that's not terribly far from 10,000. And I'm glad I've done it, and now I'm slightly ahead. So the goal for tomorrow is 26,672, so I'm 550 words away. Either way, that feels nice. That hopefully means that I will not have to stress tomorrow. I don't know how much writing I'll get done tomorrow, because tomorrow and Wednesday I'm supposed to commute. The trains are supposed to work, but we'll see if they do. But hoping to not fall as far behind as I was. This is the first time that I am on par, or in this case slightly ahead, since the 7th of November. So it's nice to have reached this point again. Good evening. Today was a slightly less chaotic day, but I did get up at 4:30 this morning, and now it's almost 9 and I'm definitely exhausted. But I did do some sprints now in the evening with my local but not so local NaNoWriMo home region on the Discord, and I got 1,537 words, so I'm still ahead. I am still doing well. I wrote a pretty boring scene for the most part today, but it ends really nicely. I really like how it wraps up. The beginning is just like, oh, we need to do this thing and we need to do that thing, and it's sort of like not listing things, but it's just kind of boring. But then there is a really good discussion and kind of an argument, definitely an argument at the end of it, and then that resolves really nicely, and I'm just really happy with that. It didn't change, the ending didn't change much from the original draft, but it didn't have to because I liked it, so that's really nice. Tomorrow I should hopefully be home a little bit earlier than I was today, but I do have a Skype call with some friends scheduled, so I don't know how much writing I'm gonna do. I'm already ahead for tomorrow as well. I technically don't have to write anything tomorrow to stay on par, but I'm still going for the writing every day in the month thing, so I'm gonna write something, I just don't know how much. But feeling really good, and I'm hoping that on Thursday, tomorrow's Wednesday, I'm hoping that on Thursday I can hit 30k. The word count for Thursday is 28,339, and I'm hoping to get to 30, which is like 2,500 words away from where I'm at now, so that shouldn't be impossible. But yeah, we're also busy in the weekend, which makes me feel like I should have a few extra words so that I can just write a few words and not fall terribly behind this weekend. With that though, I'm gonna sign off now and head off to bed because I am exhausted. It is the 17th of November at 9:30 in the evening, and I've just done the 1 5-minute sprint today that I just wrapped up, and I wrote 254 words. I came home from work and I had a very long, like 2.5 hour, almost 3 hour phone call with 2 of my friends, which was very much needed and very nice. and I haven't talked to them in such a long time, so it was really nice to get to do that again. But I've also been really tired today, and so I just did a 5-minute sprint and that's it, and I'm gonna go to bed, which means I am behind by like 400 words from where I should be. But tomorrow is a writing day, or tomorrow is a stream day, I should say, and I'm also actually flexing home from work early. We call it flex, I don't have to explain it. I'm gonna leave work 2 hours early tomorrow, which is gonna be really nice, and I'm hoping to spend some of that time, most of that time, writing. But I have also booked a session at the gym. We have a gym in the basement that I haven't been to because it's new, so I'm gonna go to that as well in the afternoon. But hoping to write a lot, definitely hoping to get to 30,000 words. That is 2,000 words away. Not a problem, hopefully. And yeah, take it from there. But hoping to get far tomorrow, and I mean, further than the 30 would be very nice. Getting to like 35 would be amazing. But we'll see. Marcus has also stolen my keyboard because his stopped working, or two of the keys stopped working, so he's stolen my keyboard. He works from home, I don't. He now thinks my keyboard is evil because it apparently doesn't work quite right either. But I've been working on my laptop now, which I haven't been working on since the first week of November when we were gone, and before that I haven't written on my laptop in a long time. And I feel very spoiled with having the 2 screens and stuff usually. And I guess I could hook this up to one of my screens, but I haven't done that. That's on me, but still. I'm used to having, like now when I'm doing, now when I'm redrafting, I tend to put the new document and the old document up on the same screen, the screen right in front of me, have them share the screen half and half. And then on my second screen to my right, I tend to either have the stream going or Discord if I'm sprinting there, or my stat county thing or something like that. And yeah, now I'm on my laptop with one screen and it's different, and also like the key placements are different. Anyway, I've talked for too long. See you tomorrow. It is November 18th at 9:22 in the evening. We have just wrapped up our stream, which went for a little bit longer today than we usually stream. We tend to end at 9 our time. Apart from the fact that the Nano website is currently crashing and won't show me my word count per day in a list, although it will still show me the graph. There we go. I've had a really good writing day today. I got a 10-minute sprint in when I got home from work. I got home a little bit early, and then I went to the gym and I made dinner and stuff like that, so time was taken up by that. And then we did 3 sprints during the stream, and I think they were 20, 30 and 35 minutes long. And I got so many words. I have written 5,041 words today. And again, a 20-minute sprint, a 30-minute sprint, and a 35-minute sprint. And the 35-minute sprint, I got like 900 words, 800, 900 more words than I did in the 30-minute sprint. I don't know what happened, but I have been rewriting the Inferno Valley part of the book. And I've now written the plant trial and the fire trial out of that one. Ground is still ahead. The ground isn't very long, so I'm definitely gonna wrap that up tomorrow if I write. And yeah, I didn't have to change a lot in this, although I also did find some really weird typos and stuff that I made in the first one that just didn't make sense. But I'm really happy with it. I like the Inferno Valley part. I think it's really good. I think it held up pretty well. I was worried that I wouldn't like it as much this time around as I did when I wrote it the first time and when I reread it, but I still do like it. We'll see what ends up happening with it down the line. But very happy with today's writing, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hello everyone, it is the 19th of November. It is 11:15 in the evening, so we should have gone to bed a while ago, but we haven't yet. But I did just write my words for the day. I did a 3-minute sprint and I got 225 words. So I'm doing all right. I am still ahead for the day. I am like 200-300 words behind where I need to be tomorrow, which is good because I don't think I'm gonna get a lot of writing done tomorrow. But we're hoping to turn a big chunk of Sunday into writing time. So hopefully starting next week off better than I started this week. But I'm very happy. And I am still wrapping up Inferno Valley. Lyd has just discovered Tev's body, even though it isn't Tev's body, but she thinks it's Tev's body, and it's bad and awful, and I'm actually quite happy with it, but it's bad and awful. November 20th.
194 words. Still on par. Still on par.
It is November 21st. We did a 35-minute sprint now, kind of late in the evening. It's a little bit after 9 now, which was not the plan, but plans just did not do what we wanted them to. But I got 1964 words, so I am still on par for NaNoWriMo. I am hoping that I will get further ahead kind of early in the week and not be just on the line or just above it. But it doesn't seem super likely given the plans that I have for Monday and Tuesday at least. So we should just see how that goes. Either way, I'm on par. That's what I need to do. Go me.
November 22nd, 1549 words.
It is November 23rd at 8:30 in the evening. I am finally back home because yesterday I could not get home after work because of train issues. I could have gotten home, but I would have gotten home really late, so I didn't want to do that. So I found somewhere else to sleep for the night. But I knew that that would be an issue already in the morning when I went into work, and that made me actually bring my laptop, which is the thing I said I wouldn't do. I said I wasn't gonna write on the train, but in hindsight I'm glad I did, because as you saw in the previous clip, I did stay on par for yesterday, and today I've written 1572 words. So I am still on par, and I'm glad I did that. But I really want things to stop being complicated with the trains so that I can get home easier and faster. November 24th, 1750 words. Tomorrow is a stream day, it's a Thursday, so I'm hoping to get quite far then. We will see if that happens. But I've passed 40k, so I'm in the home stretch of the last 10k, which will probably end up being more than 10k, but still. November 25th, 1705 words. Still on par. Still not having a great increase of words. I have the words I need for the day and that's about it, but I'm not behind. And that's where I hope to stay. I also hope to win, and I would also like to write to 1 million words this NaNoWriMo, and that means I need, I should have looked this up before I started, shouldn't I? I need 29,000 words more than I have right now. 29,000 words, and I have this 26th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 30th to go. 3 days of which I commute. 2 days of which I commute. That's just 5.8 a day. That's fine. That's fine. It's a stretch goal. My #1 goal is winning. My #2 goal is being done with this draft for the deadline that Mark's and I have in December 12th. But I would really like to get the 1 million words, and I do want those in November, because otherwise I have to wait until April or whatever future nano event I do for them to count towards that. So we'll see. We'll see. Not overdoing it, totally. Bye! It's Friday, November 26th, and I have written 1595 words today. I got almost 1,000 of them done before work because I woke up with some time to spare and decided to do some writing. However, my desktop is not working. It has been wanting to run some updates for a while, or install an update, and there hasn't been enough space on the hard drive, and I was like, yeah, I'll just do it later, and now it's not starting properly. It did this morning, and since then it has not. So yeah, that's a problem. So I got as far as possibly being able to delete stuff off of the hard drive this morning, and then it completely black screened, and it's fine. It's fine. But 1595 words, still on par. I have 4 days left to write the remaining 6,500 words, so that should not be a problem. But we'll see when I get it done this weekend and how much I get done. But hopefully all of it. I would like to be done tomorrow or Sunday. Done as in having one nano. Definitely, probably, most likely not done with the whole ordeal of the second draft of the first half of my side of the dual war story. Anyway, I am so tired and I'm off to bed. See you tomorrow. It's November 27th. We're drying laundry in the back, don't mind that. But it's November 27th and it's like 10:20 in the evening. I should be in bed. I am not yet in bed, but I'm about to end up being in bed. I'm about to go to bed. But I wanted to get my words written today, and I did. Very late. I expected a lot of words done today. I think I talked about that in yesterday's clip, about how like I wanted to get a lot of words done, and I didn't. I have ended up with not having my stats open. I have ended up with 1,773 words today, which is still not bad and it's over par. And it took me a long time to get started. We had a really good stream talking about the dual rule project, and then I did laundry and a few other things, and then I just wasn't motivated to get started. So I actually went ahead and I read one of the envelopes that Kate gave me. This is the open when you need an extra boost or your motivation is dwindling envelope. And it had this really cute card, one smart cookie, with a really lovely note in it, and then some hot cocoa that I have not made because it's late in the evening, but I'll make this tomorrow. And it was a very sweet note, and it was very good. It was very motivational, which was just what I needed. And then I did 2 sprints with my local but not local NaNoWriMo group over on Discord. One 15 minutes and one 20 minutes, and I got the words like I said. And I'm writing completely new stuff right now because I'm changing something from the way draft 1 was, and I really loved what I just wrote. Lyd is now in a valley, which is not Inferno Valley. I am referring to this as Grain Valley, but that's not what it's called in the story, where the people there are expected to produce grain for the capital. But we learn now that over the years their mill has fallen into ill repair and they are not being compensated for the work that they do, or not being compensated enough for the work that they do, and they're expected to produce more and more grain, but no one is coming to fix the mill, and so on. And this will lead to Lyd's air trial, which will be her actually rebuilding this mill. We don't know that yet though in the story, but she meets this girl who she has a really good conversation with, and basically it ended up being a lot of world building within the conversation because we found out all these things I just said, and it's a very big contrast between Lyd's home life, which was very much like everyone works together, we're striving for the same goals, if I benefit you benefit, and you know, we do things for the community. And stark contrast between that and this girl's life, which is basically every man for themselves. I don't care about my neighbors, I need to take care of myself because no one's going to take care of me, and stuff. And we're learning things about a black market and lots of interesting things. And she tells Lyd about how her parents couldn't pay their taxes and the guards just came and took them away, and her brother weren't home at that time, but we would have been taken too had we been home. And a few years later they took my brother, and a long, big, really good conversation in my opinion, having just written it. And she ends that by saying, "So I'm sorry for not caring about the fates of my neighbors, but they have their own sob stories to tell. I don't need to add mine to theirs, nor theirs to mine." And it's just a really, really big contrast between this and what Lyd is used to, and I really like it. And also during the stream today we came up with some really good things about how Lyd has or will develop leadership abilities and how she's able to bring people together and see the bigger picture and make the connections and all that, where Niamh is more like facts and boxes, she's more like problems and solutions. And her building this mill, or rebuilding this mill, is going to be one of the first times we really see her doing that, and it's going to be really good, I hope. Now I would really like to keep writing tonight, but like I said, it's almost 10:30 and we're getting up early tomorrow because we're going to write a lot of words tomorrow. I said that about today and we didn't do it, but hoping to write a lot of words tomorrow. I did start looking at like how many words do I possibly have left to write of this draft, and will I finish on time? On time being in November, not the deadline for the dual role project. And I don't know, because what I'm writing now is brand new. I feel like the air trial I'm going to write now is going to be longer than the very weird air trial I wrote last time. But I am also cutting a fair few things because I wrote in the first draft, I wrote Lyd doing the lightning trial and coming back to Norport and being there for a while and leaving for the water trial. So that is all going because her and Niamh are now meeting at the lightning trial instead. So I can change a few things there, although it does also mean that I might have to cut something I really, really like. And I know you should kill your darlings, but I really want her to lose her arm because it adds a lot to the story. But her still having the arm would definitely help her, and it would be fewer words as well, which in this case is good that it's fewer words, but we'll see. Between what I have now and what my first draft was, I am 30,000 words away. 30,000 and a few hundred words away. I don't think I have another 30,000 words to go, but I'm not sure. Do I think I can write 30,000 words tomorrow? No, definitely not. But I would still really like to wrap this up in November. So we'll see. I'm rambling at this point. I should shut up and go to bed. But really, really, really happy with what I wrote today and the discussions we had during the stream. So, high hopes for this project. It's really good. Like, I gotta toot my own horn there, and Marcus's horn too. It's a really good story. And I'm excited to keep working on it. Hello! It is November 28th, and I almost forgot to film this clip, but I made it. It is 10:15 in the evening. I should be in bed by now, but I'm not. However, I'm not commuting tomorrow, so I do save a bit of time in the morning there. But today did turn into the writing day that I wanted it to turn into. I would of course have liked to get a few more words than I actually ended up doing, but in the end I got 11,304 words, which is my wordiest day for NaNoWriMo this month, for this NaNoWriMo, and I won NaNoWriMo. I am ending today with 56,582 words, and I'm not done with what I'm writing. I still don't know if I'll get done with rewriting the entire first half of my side of the dual rule story in November, because I do have a fair bit to go. But I've won. I won NaNoWriMo, and I'm very pleased with it. As usual, it felt a bit anticlimactic because even though I've been a little bit behind at parts this month and I caught up, but sort of, I still feel good about it, but it was a bit like, oh, that was the win, because it happened in the middle of a sprint and it felt kind of normal, and I don't know, Nana's felt that way for me for a long time. I think I mention that every year, but I did it, and I'm really, really happy with having won. It means that I don't have to write tomorrow or Tuesday if I don't feel like it, although I most likely will, and because I mean I want that 30-day streak that I actually have a chance of getting this year, and I didn't get at least last year and a fair few other years as well. So I'm very, very happy with that. It was a really, really good writing day all in all, and yeah, just really happy with it. I also did open Kate's like victory envelope that she sent me in the NaNoWriMo swap kit, which contained more hot cocoa, and I am sad to say I did not make the cup I earned yesterday. So I now have 2 of these little bags of hot cocoa that I will make eventually, hopefully. And it had this card, which says sweeter than sweet. And I just like the theme of these cards in general and the corresponding stickers. They're really, really cute. So thank you again so much, Kate, for sending me that. Now I'm off to bed. Tomorrow I work from home, actually, which I rarely ever do. So I do have a little bit more time around my working hours before I start and after I'm done, where I'm not commuting and I'm not having to walk home and stuff, and hoping to make the most of that when it comes to the writing. Now, I've talked about the 1,000,000 words written during NaNoWriMo that I would like to hit, and I don't know if I've said before that I think one of my nano years or one of my camps are missing from the stats page. I feel like I'm missing something, but I've been doing this for 13 years. I don't remember all the things I've written. However, I am now less than 15,000 words away from that becoming a reality. I am done writing for the night though, so I won't be making a dent in that tonight. And writing 15,000 words over tomorrow and Tuesday being a long day where I commute, seems unlikely, but I would like to try to get it done, so I'm gonna try. I'm hoping to get at least 10k done tomorrow, but I'm not really sure how I'm gonna swing that around my working hours and also not staying up too late. We'll see. It's probably doable, but I might also need to stare at something other than the screens after I'm done with work. So we'll see. Talk to you tomorrow with a new update. Hello! It is November 29th at 20 to 9 in the evening and I am exhausted. I had plans to get up a few hours before work. I had plans to get up at 6 today and I started at 8:15 and I worked from home, so I didn't have to go anywhere or like really prep for that. But I was way too tired. I woke up at 5:30 to go to the bathroom and I was like, there's no way I'm getting up in half an hour. So I pushed my alarm back a little bit and I still managed to write. I did one sprint before I started work. And I have written so many words today. I have written 9,949 words today because I decided after work to do a stream. And I streamed, Marcus joined me for a bit of it, or most of it, and we streamed for over 3.5 hours. And I am exhausted. Now I am sitting at 66,500 words for Nano, so more than one, we know that already. But my word count for all NaNoWrimos that have been tracked on the Nano site so far is 995,662 words. So less than 4,500 words to write to get to the million. I wanted to reach a point today where I had like 2 or 3k to do tomorrow, but I am too tired to continue. 4,500 is still doable. I will probably bring my laptop on the train, which is something I would prefer not to do, but I also don't want to have the 4,500 words hanging over me when I get home late in the evening. So I think I'm gonna bring the laptop, which was not the plan, but this is my second goal, so we will see. But that is the second goal to this, is getting the million. I am no longer trying to finish this draft of the Dual Rule story in November, because I probably have at least like 8,000 words left of that, 10,000 words. My first draft of the Lightning Trial was absolute rubbish and I didn't even write what I was supposed to write, and now I gotta rework that and stuff. And it's not gonna be the most word intense, the word heaviest of her trials, at least on this draft, because no, it just won't be. But I have no intentions of trying to finish the second draft tomorrow of the whole first half of the Dual story. I'm trying to get to the million tomorrow and then that's it. And then I might just take like Wednesday and Thursday and even maybe the rest of the week, we will see, off from trying to finish this book and get it done later instead. And I know it can be dangerous to stop like while I've been working on it so intensely. It could be a bad idea to stop and let it rest, because I might not pick it up again. I might realize like, ooh, free time, I could crochet again, or I could do whatever else. But I do still have a deadline for it in early to mid-December that I still intend to hit. So I think maybe it wouldn't be the worst idea if I take a few days off from it. But we will see, both if I do take a couple of days off and whether or not it ends up being a good idea. But I am so tired right now that I can barely keep my eyes open, so I should just say goodnight to you and go to bed. But I am proud of myself for stopping now and not pushing for even more words, because I don't think it would be good for me or for the words. And when I noticed that I had 51, I think, words left for the day to get to 10k for the day, usually I would go, oh, let's just get those. Let's just do a 5-minute sprint. Let's just get those. And while I could get those words in 5 minutes or less even, I'm not doing that. I'm putting myself before my achievement. My therapist would be so proud. Good night. It is November 30th. It is 5 minutes to 9 in the evening. I have written 4,706 words today, leaving my Nano word count for the year at 71,237 words. And my total, all words ever except possibly the year that is missing from my stats, word count, 1,368 words. I reached the million. I reached the million. I am extremely tired. Not as tired as I was yesterday when I wrote a bunch more, but still very tired. But I wanted to get that million, and I managed to write almost 3k on my train rides to and from work today, which was way more than I thought I would be able to write. So I'm very happy with that. And then my local but not local NaNoWrimo group did some Discord events this evening and I participated in 2 sprints and I did it. I did it. I have written a million words, over a million words for NaNoWriMo for the past 13 years, in the past 13 years. And I'm really, really proud of myself. I really am. And I don't feel like I've stretched myself too thin to get that million in the last couple of days. There have definitely been nano events where I've pushed myself a little bit too hard, but I don't think I've pushed myself too hard in the last couple of days to actually pass that that deadline, reach that goal. That's what I'm doing. I'm reaching a goal and I've done it now and I'm really, really, really proud. I am not done with this rewrite of the dual role story, and that would have been nice. I am not far from Lid has now reached her lightning trial. She is trying to figure it out right now. So I do have a little bit more to write, but not too much. I'll definitely get that done. I say very confidently, definitely get that done before the deadline that Mark's gonna have for that project. So feeling good about that, although I have cut so much from draft 1 and it's not shrinking. Like if I wrap it up in less than 3,500 words, wrap it up the first half, the lightning trial, in less than 3,500 words, yes, then I have fewer words in draft 2 than I did in draft 1. But I've also cut huge chunks of draft 1. And after the lightning trial in draft 1, there's a whole other like week and a half that I've written. So I don't know what I've done. Hopefully I've made it better. Hopefully it's a more cohesive, consistent story and, you know, better writing overall. Maybe it isn't, but that's for future me to figure out and solve. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video and watching a clip a day for NaNoWriMo 2021. I had different intentions with this video than it turned out to be, but I'm really happy with it and I'm very grateful that you've stuck around for it. So thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with another video soon, so I'll see you then. Bye!